Hey everybody, the Ranty Bastard here, and just before we start the show this week, I want to apologize. I know I missed a show last week. It's the first time, and actually it is the first time that I've missed a show, and quite honestly, everything just caught up with me. The retail life, the grind, kids being sick, myself being sick. It was just finally the perfect storm, and you would not have wanted to hear me blowing my nose and hocking loogies every 3 seconds. So I apologize, but I spared you that. So I promised that there would be a part 2 to the last episode. So here it comes. Big shout out and a thank you to Seattle Amanda at Mandosaurus Rex on Twitter. Check her out, follow her. And hey, again, we're back on track. So let's get the rant started. And fuck the retail doctor. If you're listening to this show right now, it's because you have experienced retail hell. The unoriginal bastard who thinks that because it doesn't scan, it must be free. The people that have no respect for a public restroom. The customers that think that they can come in and haggle like it's some kind of goddamn flea market. The corporate office that cuts payroll, raises tasks, and expects more sales. Oh, those things never happen. Bullshit. This is the Retail Rant Podcast, streaming directly to your ear holes in medium definition audio quality. Hey everybody, welcome to the Retail Rant Podcast. We are going to be covering part 2 of the Retail Doctor's 50 pet peeves about retail employees, aka the list of shit. And as I did on the last show, I have a guest with me again. I have Amanda. Some of you may know her as Seattle Amanda. You can follow her on Twitter at Mandosaurus_Rex. Amanda, welcome back to the rant.
Hey, thanks for inviting me back.
We had such a good time last time. I couldn't possibly pass the rest of the list off to anybody else.
You're too kind.
No.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Yeah. Unless you're a customer. You tell me my hair looks nice, I'll just go, why the fuck are you staring at my hair?
Can you get out?
Leave, please. Creeper. Especially if it's a dude to another dude. Girls, I can only suspect how bad it is for y'all. Oh, wow, that skirt fits you nicely today. Out. Get out.
When that happens, it's good form to assume that they're just being a raging cunt.
And here we are, 1 minute in, and we have already earned the explicit tag, folks. Congratulations.
Didn't we already talk about how that's like the best swear word?
Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, I think our good friend Stanley Pubrick had a poll recently, and it was either cunt or cunt for the greatest curse word ever. Although, no, he did modify it later. I think it was cunt and fuck, and yeah, cunt won by a landslide.
Oh, yeah.
Plus the guys in Britain, come on.
That guy. What an awesome suggestion to follow, because you were exactly how it's happened for you. Is there's been times where I'll just be scrolling through Twitter and he'll just tickle me pink.
Pop in with a beautiful little nugget, and you're like, "Aw, there's that guy." It's great.
Aww.
So
I might be a little bit in love. I don't know. It just he's got a way with words. As far as we know, I mean, it could be a broad, right? I mean, it is the internet.
It is possible. Although I still think that the Stanley Pubrick moniker is fantastic.
Oh, it's beautiful. So beautiful.
Well, as we agreed on last show, the one thing that's not beautiful is Bob Phibbs, the retail dick. Because, of course, fuck him hard. Because this time around, we're going to cover 26 through 50 of his fantastic little list. And actually, as we run through the show, we're gonna have a little fun with Bob Phibbs, who is on Twitter at the retail doctor. So if
Yes.
anybody else feels like having a little fun, by all means, I think Amanda and I are actually going to do something that I did on Couch Party a few months back with Rob Liefeld, and we're actually going to go for a live block from the retail doc on the air. And I'm just gonna pick a tweet here. How to justify the expense of retail sales training your staff and why?
Mm.
Yeah,
And it's followed by a picture of, do you notice the guy's got really weird eyes
yeah,
and a calculator with a terrible light bulb
yeah. He
above
looks like a
it?
Slim Belushi.
Yeah, but like maybe one of his eyes are fake. I don't know. I mean, and I can't tell if those are gums or if that's his teeth.
I'm scared to imagine which one it could possibly be because it looks like it could be a
Mm.
toothless animal. He's got really hairy hands too. I mean, Bob can't really pick a picture, let
Mhm.
alone make up a list.
No. No. And if that's a stock photo that he just kind of grabbed from somewhere, I hope he didn't pay for it.
Yeah, let's see. We're gonna say, well, you certainly don't pay an asset like at the retail doctor who hasn't worked retail in or worked in a store in 20 years.
Okay.
And
So I think
I'll wait
I
to tweet
am
because we're gonna race.
okay. So I think I'm gonna say, um, I love the idea of taking advice from a guy. Well, the words sounded better.
Crafting the English language.
From the retail doctor about not marketing when all he does is market himself.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's amazing. Marketing won't help you, and then his entire website: market, 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 market. Yes.
Ooh, there's a typo in there.
Little red line popped up. Yes, I'm going to go with, well, you certainly don't pay an asshat like the retail doctor who hasn't worked in a store in 20 plus years. Fuck Bobby. Because I had characters left over, so I have to fulfill the whole 140 commitment.
Should you do like hashtag fuck Bobby?
You know what? Yeah, let's see if we can get that
Because
trending. That'll be funny.
hashtag fuck Bobby.
All right.
Yes.
So let me know when you're ready and we will tweet.
Okay. Let's
All right.
tweet now.
Done.
Okay, my tweet was posted.
On your mark, get set, hate Bob.
Wait, are you? You know what? I might be a little new to this, but I've never purposely tried to get blocked by somebody on Twitter. Do you have to follow them in order to know that
Oh,
they
no, no,
blocked
no, no,
you?
no. They'll let you know. All you
Oh,
really got to
okay.
do is just leave it right there on Bob's page, letting you know that he's from West Cocksucker, New York. And it'll pop up and let you know that he's been blocking you.
Mm.
Usually, for somebody that
Oh, yeah.
seems to reply quickly on the Facebook.com, it probably shouldn't take Bobby too long.
Mm-mm.
So, but yeah, we'll keep posted on that, and we'll go ahead and jump into the list. Which, again, just like last time, there's so much repetition in this. It's not even funny, and this will actually go by really, really quick. Because again, unoriginality from someone who's an upper management type. So he just repeats and regurgitates over and over. It's just dreck. So, now this one we haven't covered yet. So starting off at number 26, they eat on the sales floor in view of customers. And my bone with that is maybe they didn't get a break. So
Hmm.
there's no choice but to eat on the sales floor. Because you're not going to tell somebody they got to starve themselves for $8 an hour.
No. What if they have a medical condition? I don't know. Or maybe they're just like Joe Pesci when they're hungry and they gotta have a Snickers bar.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good
I
point
don't
too.
know.
Snickers bar, maybe they're diabetic, blood sugar dropped. You've got to have
Hmm?
it. Don't bitch about that. Now, I mean, if they're eating a 10-foot Subway platter all by themselves, yeah, that's probably not a medical condition. But
Right.
still, you don't know the circumstance behind it. Don't let it be a pet peeve. Because that's all this list is a bunch of made up pet peeves. Because he didn't actually go to his Facebook fans, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right. We found nothing in that
Mm-hmm.
whole year that he posted this list. What was it, 2014?
I think so. 13, yeah.
2013? Nothing anywhere. We did some deep
Yeah.
research on
And I
this.
mean, you're not going to make a list like this and then turn around and go back and delete it.
Yeah.
Not when you're, doing profound research like Bobby is. Ugh. But yeah, so and yeah, just doing my due diligence. I'm not blocked yet, damn it.
Oh, damn. And there's even, so they eat on the sales floor in view of the customers. So, one, are we sure that it's on the sales floor? And two, in view of the customers is kind of vague as well.
Yeah, because customers will end up walking into places they're not supposed to be too, like in a receiving area or
Right.
around the corner, and they see somebody eating, and it's like, hey, you should get up here and help me, and it's like, no, you should fuck off. I'm on my lunch break.
Right. Now, I can understand if you're showing up in, like a food eatery or like a coffee shop and somebody is drinking coffee while they're making your coffee or, like taking pieces of, this the Subway that like smorgasbord that they have with all the ingredients, taking a pickle here or there and shoving it in their face while they're yeah, that's a little
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
no.
Now let's see, number 27. I don't really see people guilty of this when I go shopping. And the only time I do is if, the kids are with me and they're just being hellions or something. But he says they
Hmm.
follow behind you and straighten up right after you pick something up. I have never hounded
Well,
somebody that bad. Not even thieves.
um I have, and it's usually because it's that jackass who just picks something up, looks at it, and then doesn't bother to put it back in that like empty place that they just took the item from, or set it here, set it there, or it's 10 minutes before the store closes and that whole area had just been zoned and it was beautiful, and then you have some jackass come through. Yeah, I've absolutely done that. Like waited until they set it down and started walking away. It's not like I snatched it out of their hands or whatever, but
Very true. Now,
and
and I could
maybe a loud sigh or so. I don't know, but
I could almost give a pass when it happens right at closing time. Because, you've already gone through, it's been dead for the last hour, and then 5 minutes before a pack of three people that just want to look show up.
hmm
So, I get that. I get that. But still, eh, I don't see it happen enough. Uh,
no.
or this one, I really don't see a whole lot because generally courtesy is extended from the employee to the customer. He says they expect you to get out of his or her way if they are moving down an aisle. First of all, if I see them on the aisle, I will usually try not to go down that aisle. Because A, they may not move. They may be trying on shoes sitting on the floor. I don't want to. I'm not that big of a dick that I'm going to ask somebody, hey, put your
Right.
shoes back on, stand up, get off this aisle, let me come through, come back. It's not an expectation. And it's
No. But it also depends, like, is it just you yourself? Is it just the employee that's walking by, or are they doing reshop? Do they have a flatbed? Are you in the main aisle?
yeah,
And you're trying to weave your way through because somebody just bought a 60-inch television, and you're trying to take it up front, and there's no other physical place that you could actually go. I don't know. I mean, I have a big problem with that. People will do that actually in my office building
hmm
where they're, a little early to their meeting. So they'll just like congregate in front of the meeting room when you're like trying to get by and not pay attention to any, and they just like expect you to just be able to squeeze through or just go
yeah.
around. Like,
Or
yeah,
sometimes it's evident you need 3 feet, so they scoot in 6 inches. And then you do
mm-hmm.
kind of, you see that they've made the effort, so you kind of have to go, excuse me, could you give me the other 2.5 feet, please? Really, rather not take
Yeah.
out your Achilles tendon.
Yeah. Like, I can just, keep running into the back of your leg until you move if you
Yeah,
like.
I could just gently nudge you. Then you could say, I expect you to move.
Right. Be a little more cognizant, you son of a
Exactly.
bitch.
Exactly. Or now this one kills me only because of the amount of signage in almost every store. It doesn't matter what kind of store it is. Uh, they point to a general location of merchandise, and even beyond merchandise. I would say, maybe they point you towards the bathrooms, or just point you towards anything. A lot of times there's a big fucking sign on every aisle that tells you, hey, this is over here. So, yeah, unless you have a specific question, like if you're in a home improvement store and you need roofing nails and not decking nails, and you ask, hey, where are the roofing nails? I couldn't find them last time. Okay, I might walk you over there, but if you just say, hey, where are nails? I'm probably going to point to the end of the aisle
Right.
that says nails, you fucking dolt.
Right.
'Cause,
Yeah. I mean, it should be, again, like, retail workers are not mind readers, even though as a part of customer service, you try your best to guess or understand what your customer or guest is looking for. But yeah, if you ask me where the books are, I'm going to point down to where the books
exactly.
are. Like, do you want me to walk with you? Like, have you never seen a book before? Then okay, let's go. But if you're looking for like specific romance novels, or like for some reason you want to read like Donald Trump's whatever stupid shit that he prints up on
Trump's
a
Guide
page.
to Getting
All
Hot
right,
Ass. Oh, wait, it's 2 words. Be rich.
right. But he didn't grow up rich. His father gave him a small $1 million
Yeah,
loan.
yeah, very, very
Uh,
minuscule in that time.
yeah, no big deal. But yeah, so I get that. Like, if you're looking for something specific, and I just kind of gesture to where it's at, okay, that can be a little frustrating, or a lot frustrating depending on what the case is. But yeah, if you're asking how broad, hey, where's your freezer aisle? Just kind of point. Oh, you just liked my tweet?
Oh, of course, of course. No block yet. No block yet.
No, not for either of us.
I
What the
know,
fuck?
I know. I'm getting all antsy here.
Oh, I might as well return the circle jerk for you. I don't know. Well, maybe, in Coxsackie, New York, he's a early to bed, early to rise kind of guy to
Oh no. Oh, he's
make
he's
up.
probably
I
he's
don't
probably up doing more marketing on his Facebook and Twitter pages. Jackass. Fibs.
know.
Fibs. It sounds like something Stanley Kubrick would call like male genitalia. Like, oh, he kicked me right in the fibs, mate.
Just
It fucking hurt.
Stroking the fibs.
Me mum walked in. He was stroking me fibs.
We really need you. Got to have him on
I,
the show.
I think
Absolutely
I think it's already in the works. Not to ruin anything, but
awesome.
yes, we will have a good time.
It's just 8 hours. They're just 8 hours
Yeah,
ahead. No big
there's
deal.
no time difference at all. Now this
Well, 8 hours ahead of me, 5 hours ahead of you, I guess.
yeah. So we'll call him today for tomorrow, I guess.
Whatever the
Yeah,
fuck,
fuck it.
whatever.
Time zones. Who gives a shit? They chew gum. Well, you know what? Maybe I worked in retail so long I used to have a 2-pack a day habit, and maybe now I'm trying to kick
Hmm.
that shit and be a little bit nicer by having Nicorette.
Or maybe, since we're so short-staffed, I haven't been able to take a break to, get a drink of water. So in order to keep my face from drying out and puckering up, I need to chew some
Yeah.
gum.
Again, and that, it'd be one thing if they chew gum and blow bubbles and pop them in my face.
Oh,
Or,
yeah.
they chew gum loudly. If this was a little bit more descriptive, I could probably get with it. But just by saying they
Yeah.
chew gum, it's very vague. Fuck you. It's terrible.
Yeah. Maybe they had a really garlicky lunch or something. I mean, I would
Yeah.
rather somebody be chewing gum
Maybe they're doing the
than
customer a
smelling
favor
that.
by chewing gum.
Hmm?
Maybe the last customer
Me?
said, "Wow, they slid down to the next register and they're like, somebody should talk to that guy about brushing his teeth. His breath is horrible." And somebody said, "Hey
Hmm?
man, your breath smells." Customer said something. You probably should chew some gum. And then the next
Right.
customer comes in and says,
Or,
"Hey, that guy was chewing gum. That's rude."
yeah. Maybe that retail worker also doesn't work enough hours or can't afford, medical or dental insurance, and they've got gingivitis or whatever that stupid, weird sounding word is that gives you bad breath.
Oh,
Gum
yeah.
disease.
You've got the halitosis.
Yes, halitosis. Very scientific
Yes.
sounding.
More often than not, we experience it coming from the customers than us going to them.
Hmm.
Especially beer
Yeah.
breath. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you.
Oh, God.
After the East Coast snow apocalypse, I thought New Year's Day was bad with people coming in with booze on their breath. No, you lock a
Yep.
bunch of customers up in their houses for 2, maybe 3 days with access to alcohol, and you will fail a DUI when you leave work 8 hours later.
Now, I could, if I had to choose between one of the two of having to put up with, if I had to choose between alcohol on the breath or beer on the breath or beer oozing from the pores, I would choose beer on the breath, hands down. Like, I cannot handle that smell of, like, you just came off of a 4-day bender and it looks like you showered, but that stale alcohol is just oozing from every orifice on your body. I can't
And
handle
your
that.
can of Axe
Nope.
body spray did not cover it up, sir.
Nope.
Not even
Nope.
close.
No. I appreciate the gesture.
Thanks for the effort, but next time just stay home.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
don't. Just don't.
Just order it online and have it shipped to your house. Please God. They have an app for that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So let's
That's what they're not paying all those people to do.
exactly. That's how they reduce payroll is by building apps. 'Cause
Mm.
eventually, like Starbucks, it'll just be the door will be locked, and it'll be people coming through the drive-through and saying, yeah, I ordered for Susie. I ordered it 3 hours ago. It's still hot, right?"
Yeah. Now, funny story. I have some friends who work at that specific coffee chain, and they have had people who have done that, what they call the mobile order and pay. And these customers, instead of walking into the store to pick up their drink to walk back out, have actually waited in the drive-thru
Oh,
to pull up and get it out of the window.
that should be illegal. It should be a stipulation.
Right. Like, really? It's not really saving you that much time because generally, uh, you know what? No, I'm not even going to get into it because it's just going to piss me off. But like,
Well,
really,
we will have a coffee
really,
talk section here soon. So everything that pisses the baristas off, we've got that one planned for 2016 too. So
oh, good. Because there are so many, so many. There's little forums that, if you know somebody who works at a coffee shop, that you can get a sneak peek in of what they anonymously bitch about. It's
oh
so
yeah,
good.
yeah. It every time I start talking about it, it takes me back to Sean William Brown's book and the special cup of coffee. It's fantastic.
Which I do have that downloaded, and that is next in my queue, so I cannot
Nice,
wait to read it.
nice. So the next thing I'm going to read is number 31. They tell you how to get assistance when they could provide the assistance by at least being a liaison. I think them telling you how to get the assistance is them being a liaison.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Isn't that kind of exactly
Yeah,
what
I
it
mean, unless you
is?
want me to hold your hand and walk you over to the other employee, which would probably negate me helping the person I was helping when you came up.
Right.
Again, I don't get it. It's an oxymoron in its
Like,
own sentence.
is it so? What more can you of a liaison can
Yeah,
you be? What by so like what do you need a spotlight?
yeah.
Do you need to take a ticket? Am I supposed to point at you and yell, across the whole store, hey, this douchebag needs help. This one right here, blue jacket, bad haircut.
Oh,
Ugh.
shit. Blue jacket, bad haircut. I think I'll just call the episode that. Blue jacket, bad haircut. Done. So number 32, and this one I kind of covered before with Muse when we talked about Wayne Knowles. Wayne's just a dick too. They can't do simple addition or subtraction to figure out correct change when they incorrectly enter the amount tendered.
Now, yeah, that unfortunately happens
Mm-hmm.
a lot, and it's one, it upsets me because okay, where's our education
Agreed.
system? Uh, Two, they're making other retail employees who are intelligent and can do basic math or even use a calculator. Uh, they're giving them a terrible
Mm-hmm.
reputation. Like earlier, I was at the grocery store and this gal was ringing me up, and like when she started ringing me up, she asked me like, "How do you spell bought?" And before I could answer her, she literally said, "Because isn't it BAWT?" And I was
On
just
Twitter,
like
yes.
completely just shocked. Like I didn't know what to say. There were no words forming except for, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Oh shit.
But so I just like after about 45 seconds of a pause of me just staring at her blinking, I spelled it for her and she was like, "Oh, but that doesn't look right."
Holy shit.
As she's like spelling it out. I'm like, "Oh,
Get it?
I don't know. I don't know what to do."
Yet again, here we are letting social media teach our kids the English language.
Ah,
Ugh.
it just really, and now I think she was probably still in high school. It was about that time that somebody who could be in high school could also be working, but I was just
That's,
I'm
yeah.
speechless. Like vacant eyes. I wanted to ask her like how many children she has by how many different fathers. Like was English her first
Right.
language? Some like what?
Yeah, that's,
I mean, at least it was phonetic.
yeah. Yeah, she probably goes to a to a BASEBAWL game with her, significant other. What y'all doing? We going to the baseball game?
Yeah.
Dear God.
She likes to go to Olive the Garden.
I've seen that one too. That one's just, where the hell are we headed? Oh boy. Let's see. These two, they kind of go hand in hand. They talk to you while looking over your shoulder, clearly not interested in being present with you. And they walk by as you're standing in another department counter, obviously waiting on help instead of asking what you need, then calling another employee if needed. You're not the only fucking thing going on in this store, I guarantee it. And you might have another customer trying to flag you down, and you're trying not to be rude because, that's your job is to be, at least pretend to be nice to people. And so you're trying to acknowledge them with some eye contact, and this person's still talking. Or, you walk by the counter, you're headed to your break, or you're just coming in, or you're actually doing something and being a personal shopper for another customer. That's why you have to bypass this one leaning over here. It's all situational. And the problem is the customers do not understand or appreciate all the various scenarios that we can be placed in at any given moment in a retail day because they've probably never fucking worked retail. And
Now, what happened if a parent, lost track of their kid or somebody snatched their kid, and so you're not really paying attention to somebody else maybe needing help or standing in line at a place where there's obviously nobody else standing there to help them instead of going and finding somebody with wearing whatever uniform. What happens if, okay, so we got lost person. What happens if maybe you really have to go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
So maybe the only thought on my mind is if I can get to the shitter in enough time so I don't mess up my work clothes, not helping this person out.
Again, so many scenarios it could be, but it's all our fault. It's all our fault.
Gotta be inhuman.
Now this again, now we're getting into the repetition. They don't say excuse me when they step in front of you. Now, mind you, if they're passing by you on the aisle, yes, they should say excuse me. It's just, it's not even employee customer. It's just human decency.
Common courtesy. Yeah.
But, if you see them coming down the aisle and they're lugging that 60-inch TV and you're just standing there staring at the shelf like a dullard, then maybe they shouldn't necessarily need to say excuse me. Maybe you should look up from your goddamn phone or from trying to see if there's a size 11.5 there. Maybe you should just look up and go, oh shit, I should get the fuck out of the way.
So isn't there like a general unspoken rule, like when you're driving, that the bigger the vehicle, the more right of way?
Yeah.
Like a semi is not going to get out of the way of, your Prius.
No. I think if you attach fatality potential to size, that's probably the best way to look at it. Bike scared of Prius, Prius scared of Civic, Civic scared of SUV, SUV scared of truck, and then anything higher up in the pecking order, you're fucked.
Right. But then again, like, you have to have a modicum of intelligence to really get that anyway.
I say customers, but I swear to God, it's people in general. It's just going downhill. And it's going quicker than it was 5 years ago. Because some of the shit that you see on the news and the shit that you see at work or out shopping or, picking up supplies because you knew about a snowstorm 3 days in advance instead of the people that are waiting till there's already 3 inches of snow on the ground and they walk into like Lowe's or Home Depot and they go, "Do you have snow shovels?" The fuck do you think? You didn't check your inventory at home to go, "Hey, I don't have a snow shovel, and they're talking about snow at the end of the week. You know what? I should carry my ass and go get one before they're all fucking gone.
True. But what happens if that guy or that gal did have a snow shovel? And because of, the blizzard of, death, what was it called?
Oh
Jonas?
yeah, yeah.
My name is Jonas. Maybe they broke it. Or, yeah, lent it to that one jackass neighbor who has never
Who
returned
shoveled his
it.
driveway and then got out of town.
Yeah, left. Oh, I have been on the unfortunate end of a broken snow shovel
Yeah.
before. Like,
I had two, so I
but
was nice. I loaned one to the
general,
neighbor. I used mine. I got them both back. I'm good.
yeah, but generally, I think you are correct with the people who are like, just they were under a
Hmm.
rock for how long,
They're
and oh my God,
yeah, they're
snow?
they're the they're a whole different version of the last minute asshole. They're not necessarily showing up at 8:58, but they're showing up at like 2 minutes after opening and wondering why you don't have this thing that they probably should have had 3 days ago. Ugh.
Yeah.
So let's see. Moving on. They watch you like you're going to steal something. Well, maybe they have a theft problem. Maybe people come in and steal something in that particular area of the store all the time, and you just happen to be over there. Maybe you are stealing
And maybe
something.
you do. Yeah, maybe you look like you're gonna
Yeah.
steal. Now, I get followed around in stores all the time like I'm going to, but you know who are the biggest thieves, though? Are the
Hmm.
old people. Are all those geriatrics out there that are... But then again, I get it. I can't wait until I get old enough to steal, because it's like, what? What the fuck are you
Yeah.
gonna do? You gonna throw my 75-year-old ass in jail? Like,
I think the worst
I've lived
yeah, the
around
worst
long
thing they'll
enough.
do at that point is take away your driver's license.
Yeah, but, I mean, you can still drive on it as long as you don't get caught, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, a snowstorm, by the way, is not the right time to be driving on a suspended license. I
No.
had somebody get pulled
Uh,
over in a parking lot, and we happened to be outside taking a little break. And I happened to overhear the conversation. Yeah, yeah.
uh,
When there's a very limited number of cars on the road, don't be one of them when you have a
yeah,
suspended license.
yeah, yeah. Or expired
Yeah,
tags or some stupid shit
yeah.
like that.
Because
And
well,
I
let
remember
me just say the
being,
plow guy wasn't real happy given the position of the car where it was left,
uh,
right smack in the middle of where he needed to clear. And he came walking. Hey, is this car out here yours? No, no, no. The cop arrested the guy about an hour ago. Fuck, it's right in my way. Sorry,
uh,
man. What do you want me to do?
for a second there, I thought that you were going to say it was the plow guy that was driving on a suspended
Oh,
license, and that was going to be super
oh no,
awesome.
no, no. They certainly would not allow that to happen around here after Snowmageddon or Snowpocalypse Jonas or whatever the fuck the douchebags at the Weather Channel named it. Which, by the way, I've never said this on the show before. Fuck Jim Cantori.
Yeah, who is that guy?
He's the guy that every time he shows up anywhere on the East Coast, you can count on a hurricane in 24 hours. So fuck him.
Uh,
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
No, yeah, I don't really watch the news or anything out here because it just pisses me off. But yeah, oh yeah, wait, that guy on the Weather Channel,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the bald guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Us
yeah.
East Coasters, we don't much take to Jim Cantori. Nope. Him
Oh, this guy's here.
yeah
Well, fuck. I better go get my
if
snow
him, Bob
shovel.
Phibbs, and Wayne Knowles were on an airplane, yeah, I'd hope for it to go down. Uh,
In a snowstorm.
that popped out of nowhere that they could not predict. He goes,
Mm.
shit.
You know, I one of my retail jobs, I used to work with a weatherman who worked retail part time to supplement his income, and it was a lot of
Oh, I'll
fun.
bet.
It's a
It
lot of
was he
fun.
wrong at work all the time too?
Uh, Generally, but I mean, you had fun
That's
with
good.
it.
You got to have them with a sense of humor sometimes. Uh,
It was good.
unlike these customers, because number 37, they look miffed when you ask for help after they asked you, "May I help you?" Well, hello, we already asked, "Hey, how may I help you?" And you didn't respond. So
Right.
then you come up and ask for help. You've already shut us down once. It's like going into a bar and for me, I walk up to a girl and, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, can I buy you a drink?" Or she just doesn't say anything. She just kind of turns a shoulder. It's like, okay. And then she comes up at the end of the night and she's half plastered. "Hey, you should buy me that drink." No, I went on from you. I bought somebody else a drink. Just, sorry, forget it.
Yeah, you had your
Exactly.
chance. Yeah, and that is really like if I ask you if I can help you find something and then you say no, thank you, I'm just looking. Okay, I get that. And then yeah, okay, you can ask me because maybe you realized you needed something or you were trying to, find the item yourself, hopefully in the right area. You're not looking for a specific CD when you're in the shoes or
Right.
something like that. But yeah, if I asked if I could help you find something because I'm going out of my way.
Yeah. So we'll skip to number 39 because this is garbage repetition again. The first thing they do as you walk in the store is say, "Is there anything I can help you with today?" Well, first of all, we're going to pretty much approach everybody the same way.
That's a
Yeah.
complaint, really?
And I mean,
Uh,
you're coming in the store. We're here. We know where everything is, which this ties back into number 38, which I just skipped over. We know where everything is. The customer, it's all new to them. They may not be a regular. They don't come in every other day, whatever. So we ask
mhm.
everybody, "Is there anything I can help you find?" Or "What can I help you find?" Or "What are you doing here?" What do you plan on stealing? We ask them a question up front. And that perturbs people? Are you fucking kidding me?
I So why am I even here? Am I just here? Yeah, like so you get upset if I'm just mindlessly ringing you up and I don't count your change back
Yep.
to you. You get upset when you want to talk to me and I'm ignoring
Yep.
you. Uh, so when I ask you if I can help you find something or if there's anything specific you were looking for, you're going to get pissed at me? Like you're going to get annoyed by that?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's like going to McDonald's and them asking like, "Can I take your order?" and you being like, "Ah, no. How
Yeah.
dare you?"
I'm just here for a Big Mac. Okay, so
Like,
you'd like a Big Mac. No,
okay.
that's not what I said.
Okay, so why are you here? Why are you existing? Why are you breathing? What are you coming in to take the recycled air and the bad fluorescent lighting?
Yeah, you gotta work on your
What?
tan. The
Yeah,
fuck?
I, I don't even know what to really fucking say to that because that's
It
just
just shows that retail is nothing but a giant catch 22. Like going back to the weather here on the East Coast again over the weekend. It was okay. We want our employees to be safe. If the roads aren't safe, stay home. Or even more, it's a state of emergency. You shouldn't be out on the roads at all. And this is coming from a higher up elected official, not even a retail boss. But then it's followed up
right.
the following day when you're under a foot of snow in an area that's not really prepared for snow, and you get the call, "Hey, are you coming into work, or is your store going to open today?" Well, what the fuck do you
Right.
think? My safety, you told me yesterday, was number one, but now getting there and selling something to nobody that's ever going to walk in the door is priority one. I mean, come on, get your priorities straight. Again, there's so many things about retail that just do this, but in order to do this, don't do that. And then you flip it around, so it's like, all right, so you literally just want me to fucking stand here. That's
Right.
all you really want me to do in the end, is just fucking stand here and put money in a cash register. That's what it all boils down to. Ugh.
Right. And I bet these are the same people who complain about, the U-Scan or, the self-checkouts and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. Or all those memes out there with, robots taking over your job and stuff. Well, hey, well, I bet they're still going to ask you if there's anything that they could help you
Yeah.
find.
Uh,
Jesus.
and for the record, maybe we caught Bobby at a bad time, because I have not been blocked yet.
No,
I'm
I
upset by
know every time I get a little like notification on Twitter, it's not
this. Yep.
that.
Yeah. Just. Yeah. He must be a 9 to 5 kind of guy. In bed by 8 o'clock so he can give a stirring conference the next day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. They allow other customers to butt in line. When? When has... I couldn't tell you the last time I've done that. Or maybe it's just the misperception by the customer that all this shit that's sitting at the register is somebody else's, and they went to go get one thing, or they forgot to grab this, or the classic, oh, my wallet's in the car. And they misconstrue that as somebody butting in front of them. I couldn't tell you the last time I had a customer in front of me and said, hey, you know what? Step back. Hey, you over there. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, come on. It's cool. Don't worry about it. And I couldn't tell you the last time I saw it.
Yeah. The closest thing that I could say that I've ever done that to is if somebody who is standing somewhere near the line and is just kind of like bumbling or meandering around or whatever, you don't, like, me as a customer or me as a retail employee has no clue. Like, are they checking out? It's not like they have their shit on the conveyor belt or anything. They're just like standing there taking up space. So, all right. Well, if you're not looking at me or making eye contact or unloading your cart or whatever, I'm going to assume that you're still shopping around in one of those impulse areas. All right. Well, this guy's obviously ready. So I'm going to fucking ring him up because that's apparently what I'm here for, right?
Let's see. Getting close to the end. Boy, my head's going to stop hurting soon. They follow you around as you try things on in the mirror. Guess what? Again, repetition, because you're probably insinuating that we think you're going to steal it. You're going to try that sweater on and then throw your jacket over it and walk out the door. And you're trying things on in the mirror. You're looking at yourself. Now again, a lot of his seem like they might come from more high-end stores like a Neiman Marcus or a Nordstrom or something like that, where you've got very separate, men's suits, women's dresses, stuff like that, people trying things on in mirrors. But even then, I mean, I've gone in, I had to get a suit not too long ago for a wedding, and nobody hawked me. And I just don't get where this list came from. Of course, it came from nowhere. It came from Bobby's semi-brilliant mind. Semi-brilliant.
Yeah. Maybe I was checking myself out in the mirror. Not you. Maybe I wanted to see if I looked good. Or like how haggard I looked, or, whatever, because I just pulled a cloak in.
Yeah.
Or maybe there's something down at the bottom corner of the mirror that looks suspiciously like, snot from that, devil spawn that was just running through here unattended.
No, it's clearly the gum that you were just chewing.
Ah,
that's what it's got to be.
Yes.
It's got to be the gum.
Yeah. Like, oh, my halitosis isn't acting up anymore.
Just
So
deposit this right here.
there you go. Somebody else will clean it up.
Going, I hope they don't see that gum.
Yeah.
Then he breaks down his list a little more. What they say to you. Okay. Now,
They being the retail
yes.
employee and you being
Yes.
the customer.
Now,
Okay.
mind you, all of this list is going to require some prompting. Because
Mm-hmm.
we're not just going to start blabbing at the gums for no reason whatsoever. You know? So he says they complain about employees or their boss or whoever to customers. Well, you probably asked, "Hey, yeah, how you doing today, sir? I'm doing great. How are you?" My natural response is, "That's none of your fucking business." But yeah, I might engage in a little banter, and if they ask a few questions, I may give some very general answers. You know, they may say, "Oh, how you doing today?" "Oh man, I'm beat. I've been here since 6 a.m. and it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Man, I'm ready to go home." "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
well, why's that?" "Well, yeah, a few people didn't come in today on account of the snow, but people like you still came in. So, oh, so you got some bad
Yeah.
coworkers, huh? Well,
Uh-huh.
okay. How are you
Right.
going to twist this conversation on me?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, could it be like maybe you're wearing a name tag regardless if it's somebody
It
else's
should
or
be somebody
not?
else's.
Maybe the title on there says manager and you're trying to make a joke of it like, yeah, God, my boss is a
Right.
dick,
Or maybe
and
yeah,
you're like,
maybe they led into the conversation, or they just overheard something and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've got a coworker like that, or I work for a manager like that. They're a fucking asshole."
yeah, or maybe I'm just trying to do the smiling and understanding when you're complaining about a
Yeah.
coworker of mine. Like, oh yeah, oh yeah, mm-hmm,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I understand is supposed to mean like, yeah, instead of shut the fuck up and give me
Yeah.
your money so you can get out the door,
Yep. And
since you just butt in line in front of
that's
the
right.
other
And shut the
person.
fuck up and get out the door goes into this one. They ask you if you have found everything you were looking for after you're in the checkout line. Well, that's you're closing the sale, you're finalizing it, and you want to make sure they have everything. If they bought
Hmm.
a suit, a shirt, a tie, but they couldn't find socks, you don't want them going out going, "Oh, well, I spent a couple $100 on this and that, but that guy couldn't get me a pair of socks." We don't want that. So we're
Right,
trying to prevent that and get you everything you need in one trip. So you don't come back bitching the
right.
second time. I just don't get it.
I can't tell you how many times I've actually been asked that in the line, and I get how it can be a little annoying. Like, yeah, I'm already getting ready to leave, and you're just now asking me if I, found everything. But sometimes when they ask me that, that's when like the light bulb hits.
Yes.
You're like, oh shit, I forgot fill in the blank.
It's almost a courteous way of
So
going, "Did you get everything on your list, you dumb fuck?"
right,
And they
right,
ask if you got everything you were looking for at the end, but they had the balls and the audacity to ask you if you needed any help when you first came in. Oh my God, what is this? 20 questions? Well, you don't know what the fuck
right.
you're looking
I
for.
just
Yeah.
want to leave. Just let me buy my
Yeah. I
stuff.
mean, you came in, you had no clue what you needed, no clue what you wanted. It was something you saw on TV. So I had to play this game and extract a little tidbit of information here and there and put the puzzle together and go, "This? Ah, yeah, that." Well, guess what? It wouldn't have fucking happened if I didn't ask you, "What are you looking for? And did you find everything?" It just wouldn't have happened. I don't get
Right.
it.
No.
Now, we've talked about this one before, and they say they talk about their breaks. Have you had your lunch? Have you had your break? And this is what kills me. We haven't had our break. The customer saying this. We haven't had our break. We don't care. Hello, I'm right here. The lady with the money, get this, that pays for your breaks.
Oh, hell
You know,
no.
it might be the lady that pays for the
Uh,
food I'm going to eat on my break, but a break is generally unpaid. So, I mean, I
mm,
get that your, $2 sale with after your 80% off coupon, yeah, that's going to pay for me to be here while I'm on the clock. Nobody,
Right.
yeah,
Not on
nobody
my
pays me
break.
for my break.
Not on my government mandated
Exactly.
break.
And then again, here we go again with repetition. They use the canned phrase, "Are you looking for something special?" And then Bobby's got his little witty insight in there. No, I'm looking for something boring and ordinary. Fuck off, Bob.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, bread is pretty boring and ordinary, but if you're looking for a special kind of bread,
Yes, I need an
it's one
artisan
thing.
vegan organic bread that's only made on the western facing side of the mountains, northwest by 3 miles of Seattle.
And it has to be harvested
Yes,
humanely. We
there will
can't
be
forget that.
no burros used in the harvesting here. No, no, no. Did they use
It
donkeys?
just,
That counts. I can't have it.
yeah, like, oh, no, no.
Is there a bird on
So,
it?
but the migrant workers,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Oh wait, no, they're not. No, no,
Uh,
no. They're totally organic. It's fine. Ugh.
it just, are you looking for something special? So, again, like that depends. Are you in a department store or are you in a grocery store? Like, generally, you know what you're going for in when you're in a
Mhm.
grocery store. Now, Christmas time and I'm in a department store, yeah. And I'm out on the floor and I might look a little lost and just kind of wandering around. Somebody, yeah, hey, are you looking for something special? Are you looking for something specific? I don't know. Those two words I believe are kind of interchangeable. Not like, are you looking for something
Yeah,
boring? Because who would specifically be out shopping for something boring?
yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's the English language, people.
Master it
Like, you should
already.
be happy. Yeah, that you're using, words that you can find at thesaurus. Like you're looking for synonyms, not synonym roles, but whatever.
that's
But
probably what your cashier girl had earlier. So,
oh my God.
I had some I had
I would
some
be surprised if she even knew what a
I had some
synonym
synonym
was.
toast crunch for breakfast. Shit. Uh, oh boy. Oh boy. The next show we teach English with Randy because he's an
Yeah,
English major.
Rich.
We need we need
Fuck
we need
that
some
guy.
English. We need some English.
Complaining, complaining that I'm on your podcast when I haven't been invited back for a
Well,
second one.
I mean, he switched over to Tinder now, and then he deleted it.
See, I'm not caught up yet.
All right, no spoilers, no spoilers.
But I did see Tinder in the when I downloaded it, so
Yep, it's highly entertaining, and if you're not listening to the miserable retail slave, you need to. You need to, because
do it.
anybody that uses Tinder on a regular basis is gonna have a field day with just the clusterfuck that it ended up being for him. I think he had it for a day
Uh,
and he deleted it.
so here's a problem with doing Tinder in Flint.
It's Flint.
Actually, I don't need to explain that. Yeah,
Done.
Tinder in Flint. That's just
No,
no.
no. It's not, how big are your boobs? It's how many times have you been shot? Oh,
Yeah.
3. Oh, so you still look pretty good then.
Yeah. So we know that if you're on Tinder and you're in Flint, you have a Facebook and you have a smartphone. That's
Yep.
all we know. So it just, yeah. I don't know. He might have. Oh, Randy, Randy, Randy.
Oh, he's gonna hate
Jesus.
this part of the show. But hey, I'm
Well,
advertising.
good. I'm
I'm
fucking calling them
advertising
out.
for you, man. Come on. All right. So, yeah, this one again we've covered before, and this this one's kind of another cutoff where the conversation could evolve beyond this comment of it's not my department. So it could be, hey, this isn't my department, and it's either, but Let me show you who works in that department. Let me get you somebody for this department that that I'm in and you're in, but I don't belong here and you think you do.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, or hey, it's not my department, but let me walk you over to, where this person is right now. I know they're doing a planogram over here in the corner. That's why you didn't see them. But I
Right.
highly doubt that people just
And
walk up, yeah, can I ask you a question? Not my department, and just keep trucking. I'm, I,
right. Yeah, I never, even in the worst customer service places that I've ever been in, I've never had that
no,
response ever. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand, like, hey, can I return this item here? Like, I'm sorry, instead of saying it's not my department, usually it's like, hey, I'm not authorized to do returns right here. Or, like in the state of Michigan and even in the state of Washington, I believe, like, you can work, in these stores that sell alcohol, if you're between the ages of 16 and
mm-hmm,
18, but you are not legally allowed to ring
right,
somebody out for the alcohol, or, maybe you're in the electronics department and there's a video game that you want unlocked. And you ask somebody who's walking by, hey, can you help me get this? Like, oh, it's not my department. I don't have the keys, but let me get you somebody
exactly,
who can.
and that's the natural response, because again, for some people, retail's all they can get, so they don't want to get shit canned from it. So they're not just going to go, it's not my
Right.
department, and walk off and go, hey, it's not my department. Hold on. Even the most disgruntled person will even put on the facade of, it's not my department. Let me get somebody to help you. And they'll walk away, and they may
Yeah.
never go get that person to help them. But they literally don't just go, it's not
Right.
my department. Yeah.
And walk away.
They'll even
Yeah.
bluff or just flat out lie, just so they don't get their ass chewed later. It's never just,
Hmm.
nope, I don't work here. Nope. No, no, this isn't my department. Nope. And then stand there.
You know what? That brings up an interesting thing though too. Like just realize a lot of these things could absolutely happen. Like how often have you heard about people who end up looking or dressing similar to a certain store's dress
Oh yeah.
code, and then wandering around like they do
Hmm.
work there and then saying these shitty things? Now that would be hilarious to
Yes.
me if I saw somebody do that. Like, well, I don't work at Best Buy, but I'm going to dress in the Buy
Now,
clothes and walk around and just be dicks
now,
to
now I'm
everybody.
gonna cut off to the side on that one, because there was a guy. I want to say it was during the holidays. A guy by the name of Mike Melgard, and I don't know if you saw it, but he made a fake Facebook account that looked like the Target help desk. And he
Yes,
went in, and some of these
yes.
people were bitching about the I think it was the gender neutrality in toys. Like they weren't going to have the
Yep.
girls section and the boys section. And these people were pissing and moaning on Facebook. I'll never shop there again. Blah blah blah. And he turned around and went in there and said shit like, "Well, hey, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. We're going to miss your $20 a year." And it looked
Right.
it
Yep.
looked like Target was saying this shit, and it was fantastic. He managed to go several hours before they shut him down. Oh my God, he had such a
Yep.
good run with that. It was great.
So good. It pissed so many people off. And it was, there was another one that I saw, when they were upset about, what was it, the Father's Day ad with two dads
Oh yeah, yeah.
or something like that. Yeah. There's one for, I think, Campbell's Soup. That was it. It wasn't Target. It was Campbell's Soup that had, two
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
dads.
You're right. Yep.
It's
Oh
so
yeah.
good.
And we're gonna do a brief update here. And Bobby must still be sleeping. I guess we'll just have to tweet out when we get blocked,
Yeah.
because we
Damn it.
got four more things on the list, and that's gonna wrap up part two. And I highly doubt Bobby's gonna wake up to see somebody called the Retail Rant calling him an asshat. Although he should,
Uh,
because that would lead to really good dreams for him. Somebody chasing him around saying, "You haven't worked in a store in 20 years. Shut the fuck up," wearing a Guy Fawkes mask.
Yeah, you don't fucking
You don't know
know.
shit.
You don't.
Just go be a CEO somewhere because that's what you look like.
Uh, well,
If the toupee fits.
I almost want to just, well, obviously not right now, but I almost want to take a trip to Coxsackie, New York, and see if I can't track that guy down. Or maybe we should be bombarding him on Facebook. Maybe that's what we should do, because...
Yeah, the ranty bastard has no Facebook. They seem to think that
That's all
the
right.
retail rant or the ranty bastard are not real. But anyhow, so this one here, again, there you go is not a euphemism for thank you when you are either handed your receipt or change. It may not also be the last thing we say. We may say, there you go, there's your change, I'm not going to count it back to you. Thank you, have a good day.
Yeah,
Big
right.
deal.
Or maybe I'm not going to say thank you. Like, here you go, have
Yeah,
a good
maybe you
one.
acted like a dick the whole time, and I'm not going to thank you for that egregious behavior that you just had 5 minutes ago before you got your way with the manager and somehow got 40% off of something.
Right.
Ridiculous. And then you get this one. If I do it for you, then I would have to do it for everyone. No, that's not necessarily true. Okay. Maybe in 2013.
Lies.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Maybe it wouldn't necessarily be true. In 2016, I can tell you right now, the second somebody does something, be it a discount or, knocking the price down outright, whatever it is, that person who undoubtedly probably bitched about it to get it, I guarantee you they're going to social media telling everybody, oh, I just got this for this much and this is how I did it. And now I will have to do it for everybody.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Well, God, when Starbucks was having that issue and we're having to give drinks away for free and stuff, like, that shit was all over social media.
Oh, yeah.
Like, before...
How to get your free drink at
and,
Starbucks was like a fucking running tag for about a week. Disgusting. And then they ask if you have any coupons. Then you feel like you're getting ripped off for not having any. Takes the wind out of the purchase. I've never
Really?
asked anybody if they have any coupons. Where I work, we offer certain coupons. I don't ask. That's not on me.
No, I think the only time I've asked if you have any coupons, if I literally see them clutching coupons and they're not paying attention.
I will tell you, in my experience, the only job I would ever ask, and not even every customer, but the only time I would ask that question was when I worked in a grocery store. I was a nighttime cashier, and if somebody came in and they were buying a gallon of milk, I didn't bother to ask them if they had a coupon. But if somebody worked the graveyard shift and they're coming in and doing their grocery shopping at 2 a.m. because it's the only time they can do it, yes, I'm going to ask them, do you have any coupons? But, I mean, shit, that's been damn near 15, almost 20 years now since I've done that. I'm not going to ask you if you have coupons. That's on you. Because if I do, if nothing else, it's going to lead to about a 15-minute fiddlefuck session of you on your phone trying to find a coupon. So why am I going to do that to myself? Why am I going to do that to the other people in line behind you?
Right, but no. How would that take the wind out of the purchase? Like, if you're purchasing something, if you have a coupon or if you don't have a coupon, then generally you want to or need to buy that item. Exactly. And if you're basing the purchase or the excitement of a purchase on whether or not there's coupons available, then why the fuck are you out? Why are you... it strikes me as the same people who get upset when you ask them if you can help them find something, or were you looking for something
Yeah.
special and stuff like that. Like, really? You're getting upset on me asking you as a courtesy
Yeah,
if you have
and the
any
thing I've noticed with
coupons?
so much of this, especially with the second half, is it seems like questions bug these people the most. And it's the only reason we ask these questions is because 99% of these people coming in don't know what the fuck they want.
It seems like everybody's just a little bit confused. Like they complain at the beginning of this list about how we're not paying attention to them and not asking them questions. And then the second part of this list, all it is complaining that we're asking questions.
Yeah.
How do you win on this? Like, are you
Right.
just not phrasing it right? Are we not doing phrasing? What?
I don't know. I mean, we're coming back to the old catch-22 of it's almost like you can't win. You can't possibly win as an employee.
Yeah, that's really like if being asked if you have any coupons is really like taking the wind out of the purchase, like, oh, well, I was excited about this belt, but now that I realize that, I don't have any coupons, I just, I don't, I'm not happy about buying it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, like you're gonna walk out muttering, "Man, that's a nice belt, but I could have got it cheaper." God, can't believe they
Right.
didn't have a coupon behind the counter for me.
Right. If you're that upset about, or if you have to really shop for something, and I mean, a lot of us have to be very mindful about the amount of money you're spending.
Yeah, you got
But
to
if
be
there's
very
something that,
budget conscious.
right, if there's something that I really want or need and I don't have a coupon for it, um, okay, I'm still gonna get it. Or if and then it's exciting, like, oh, hey, I do have a coupon for it. Okay, that's cool. I'm saving 5% or whatever. But I don't, and I don't think I've ever run into somebody if I've asked them if they had any coupons, if they were like, just suddenly became deflated. Like, oh no, no, I don't have any coupons, and now I'm gonna go home and drink myself to bed. Like, come on.
I don't have coupons, but I've got whiskey. I guess it'll ease the pain.
Yeah. Like, and really, how much, aside from all these crazy coupon people or whatever who save, ridiculous amounts of money by buying like, a dozen giant ketchup bottles or whatever, it's not really, coupons aren't generally saving you very much money if
No.
you think about it.
And even then, it's there's probably enough exclusions in there that you couldn't use it anyways. Because I mean, granted, the company's not gonna, the product that gets people in the door, they're not gonna give that shit away for free.
Right.
If your store is no, if I had a store and it was known for, handmade ashtrays that everybody loves, and I may not make a whole lot of money on them, I'm not going to give a discount on them. That's just
Oh,
stupid. But it's the little extra stuff that you pick up while you're in there. A lighter or a tobacco pipe or something like that. That's the stuff where you're hopefully the store is making its money, which is why we get harped on so much about add-on sales and attachments and stuff like that.
mhm. Well, we have that stupid impulse section at the beginning, right by the register.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
I, Jesus, like, if I were to hear somebody complain about, like, now not being excited because they don't have any coupons and they were just asked by somebody, that's not something that you really rub it in, like, oh, do you have any coupons? No.
yeah,
I have, like, the urge to just start punching. Like, seriously?
yeah. And we finally arrived at number 50, and this is another one that gets me because a lot of times you don't have time for eye contact, but Dear Bobby is saying that saying "have a nice day" without making eye contact is a pet peeve. Now, earlier in the list, not saying thank you and saying something like saying "have a nice day," that was a pet peeve. So now we have to say thank you and lock eyes until you've turned your back and you're headed out the door. Again, here we are. Bobby's list that he made up, because we know he didn't go to his, 5 Facebook friends or whatever. But again, here we are.
200 Twitter followers. Yeah, okay, so I get that if somebody's just like, have a nice day, or has to say have a nice day, or says it to every person. I get to where there's not a whole lot of feeling in that. It's just more of a robotic response. Like, I know if I tell somebody to have a nice day, I'm either being a sarcastic asshole, or I really don't give two shits on whether or not they do actually have a nice day.
Yeah.
We're supposed to like stare in their eyes, like deeply, lovingly, like just to the point of like making them, just before we get to the point of making them feel like we want to, wear their skin as a coat and sincerely tell them, have a nice day.
Yeah.
Do I do that before or after I count out their change to them?
No. We don't count it back.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we don't count it back. But no, and you saying have a nice day sarcastically. I don't even do that. I just look at him and, hey, have a great day.
Yeah.
No, not even a nice day. Have a great day. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, have a great day, right up until the point where the paramedics have to, cut you out of the car because you were still trying to fumble through your phone to find that coupon that you didn't have to use. Didn't realize you're going 65 off in a button, right off a bridge.
Yeah. I just, oh my God, where's my coupons? I hope they don't ask me if I have any coupons, because that's just going to make everything not worth it.
Yeah.
And just, I don't know if maybe it's, where I grew up, or, and you don't generally make eye contact with people you don't know. Right. It sends all the wrong kind of signals.
Agreed.
Out here, there's something that a lot of people call the Seattle freeze. And it's not so much as like people are dicks to everybody out here. It's just like they're removed.
Right.
You're a stranger. I don't wish you any ill will, but I'm not going to have a conversation with you. So that's a lot, like when you're getting rung up.
It's like a peaceful solitude.
Yeah.
It's like I was good without you, and now that you're here, I'm still okay. But when you're gone, it's going to be the exact same.
Right. There, you are not leaving any sort of imprint on my life at all.
No. And fortunately, you do get a few customers that do. It's that one person that walks in, and you're like, oh, thank God, I know this guy is not going to be a dick. He's got, the same sense of humor as I do, or, we had a few minutes and we talked about something not work related, and, this guy or this girl, they're cool.
Right.
Not in the sense of, they got the slick back hair and the glasses and they're walking down the street and everybody's looking at them. Yeah. It's not the Fonz coming in, but it's somebody that you realize you don't mind seeing, even on a daily basis. They're not a dick. And a lot of times they understand where you're coming from your perspective as an employee.
Yeah, a lot of times they're probably a retail worker themselves, or slaved away in a retail setting, so they get it.
Yeah. And the people that don't get it, these are the ones that, they come up with these quote unquote pet peeves, which again, I agree 100% that Bobby just made up. Because again, there's no Facebook post. There's no poll. There's no, hey, send me this. There's nothing.
No, nothing on his Twitter, nothing on Facebook, nothing on, his website or anything.
No.
So I'm wondering, I get the general sense that a lot of these people who answered these questions are old. Maybe as old as Bobby himself. I don't know.
Yeah.
But this is not.
Well, and I won't even put age on it. I just put detachment. Like they've been detached from retail. They haven't worked retail in so long. They just don't understand what it's like now versus, 20 years ago when Bobby got out.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
you can't you can't compare retail 20 years ago to retail now. It's just not feasible. It's an entirely different animal between the transparency of the company as far as
hmm
how much the CEO makes. I mean, we could each type in the CEO of our company and know exactly what he makes in, by the millions, of course. We could type it in and have that answer in 10 seconds. 20 years
right.
ago, it was like urban legend, hey, did you know that the CEO at, I don't know, Food Lion or something like that, he makes $20 million a year. Did you hear that? And then
Right.
by the time the hundredth person hears it, it's like, hey, did you hear the guy that's the CEO at Food Lion is the richest man in the world?
Right. I mean,
That.
and even a part of it too, I remember being in high school and working at McDonald's as like one of my jobs and being blown away when they were talking about putting in credit card readers and
Oh yeah,
thinking, why? Why would they want to do that? So 20 years ago, was it really that common in a lot of these retail places to
yeah,
have credit card readers? No. And
and
then
I
now
mean,
everything's faster. Like you want, so you really got to have one or the other. Like, do you want me to have a meaningful conversation with you and treat you like one person, or do you want me to, ring your shit up, take your cash, take your money, and get you out the door so you can go on your way? What do you
yeah,
want?
yeah, because you probably came in to buy that thing because you're on a mission to use that thing or to wear it or to drink it or whatever the setting is.
Right.
They didn't come in for 10 minutes of witty banter from each employee that they interact with.
No.
Like, I get that. But, stuff like, oh, it's not my department. You really think that's the only interaction you're going to get?
Right.
It's just bad from top to bottom. From number one saying that they don't have knowledge about their product, all the way down to number 50 with saying "Have a nice day" without making eye contact. Again, contradicting.
hmm
But it's it's a bad representation of what retail workers put up with and do on a daily basis.
hmm And
And
granted, some of the retail workers, of course, will, as we know, a good chunk of them do give the other retail workers a very bad name
agreed.
and a very bad reputation. But I think you're absolutely right. Like they just can't win. Either they're asking too many questions, or they're not asking enough. Either they don't know enough, or they know too much, or they're pushy, or they're not pushy enough. Where's the middle ground?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah, I mean the middle ground really ends up just be a drone so that you don't offend anybody or upset them, you don't make a comment. But then now you're chastised for being too robotic. The people there aren't personable. It's
hmm
bad service. You just can't win. You can't win. And
No. And now, I mean, you got all these places that are doing like the in-store pickup to where you can basically shop online. They can go, and then show up at the store and do that. And then now even, you've got Amazon, doing what
yep,
is it, Amazon Flex, where you can do, go shopping on there and have your things delivered to you in an hour.
yeah. And now, and it applies to so many fields across retail, but the one thing that kills me is with the online pickup thing, just to go off on that for a second.
hmm
So many times people will order something online and then come to the store and find out that it's the wrong thing.
Uh,
And then they want to bitch at the person standing behind the counter. Like we wrote the
yeah.
fucking script on the website.
Yeah.
Like we put the description up there and we accidentally, we made the fact that it's 12 inch by 12 inch and not 16 by 16 inch, we put it in the smallest font possible.
Yeah.
I'm here
Or
picking shit off of a shelf, so your dumbass can come pick it up and undoubtedly probably save like 60% because you bought it online.
right, not
I,
having to pay the shipping, not having to spend the time in the store,
yeah,
you know,
not even giving
so
the
that
employee a
you can
chance to
ask
do all the
questions,
recommendations and upsells and all that stuff.
which according to this list is a very important thing.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the Starbucks app.
Yeah.
I could almost guarantee you I could walk into my local Starbucks, have a sit down with a manager, probably at a bar because they probably don't want to drink coffee, and say, hey, look, when people order online, do you ever see them order like a muffin or a sandwich with it? And I guarantee you the answer would be no.
Mm-mm.
But then they come in to pick their shit up and it's like, oh, I'd like a sandwich too. So why in the hell did you order it online if you're gonna get something else?
Right. I mean, sure,
You're
you're
not
allowed
saving
to,
yourself time.
right, you're allowed to change your mind, but
Certainly.
what's the point? Or, now I'm wondering, like, because Taco Bell's got the same thing where you can order on the app. I wonder if anybody has, done modifiers that they didn't realize or weren't exactly sure about, and so, now they've got I don't know, a chicken quesadilla with some other sauce that they had, and it's terrible. Like,
Yeah.
so whose fault is that?
Well,
Like,
and
the
and you
person
mentioned,
making the food did it just right, exactly how you wanted it,
yeah,
but
and that's the funny thing about that because I heard about the Taco Bell app when it came out and I spat on the idea
hmm
because I can only imagine now, you've already got a drive-through and maybe a lobby full of people at lunchtime trying to get their Mexi Melt fix.
hmm
But now you've got people calling on the phone going, "Hey, I don't see soft taco on the app. Where is it? Can you help me?"
right,
So now, because you have an app, the two people that use it literally may hold up the other, 12 or 20 people that are already in line in some way, shape, or form at the restaurant
hmm
because you can't find a soft taco on the app. So let me call the expert who makes $8 an hour, you know, cooking up ground beef.
right.
What the
Like, they're
fuck?
gonna fucking know. Like, do you
Exactly.
think that they use the app?
Yeah. But the worst part is the company probably spent a shit ton of money on a tech support line for tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not even tech support, it's taco support. And it's probably something, thank you for calling taco support. This is Bob. Can I help you? Ugh, disgusting.
So
But
yeah, I mean, oh, what phone do you have? Okay. Well, did you scroll? Yeah, it's like nigh impossible.
and what probably ends up happening, the guy at taco support just puts the order in for you.
hmm
So now
Yeah.
so now you literally have a Taco Bell concierge. What a
So
waste.
how many times are people going to end up calling that phone number anyway and just ordering,
Yeah.
instead of just using the app? So we're becoming a society that just wants it, better, faster, harder, quicker,
Yeah.
and then don't want to take any responsibility for it.
And even in the last 20 years, the evolution of the cell phone, it's gone from this thing in a bag that you plug into a cigarette lighter in a car, back when we called it a car phone,
Yeah.
to now it's a fucking cray supercomputer in your hand. I only worry about what the next step is evolutionary wise 20 years from now. Like, are people going to blink twice to order tacos?
Right.
It's almost scary from the technological aspect, but from the having to deal with it aspect, it could be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. I'm, you know what? I'm a little terrified about thinking about that, and I just don't want to think. I just
Fair
don't want to
enough.
go there.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's terrifying. And again, like, I'm out of retail now, and I paid my dues, but there's nothing that's going to show it in, in the future. Is it
Yep.
going to be like a Demolition Man and like, the war of the ads and, Taco Bell was the only one that survived? Is Walmart going to be the only one that survived?
I'll take Taco Bell.
Yeah,
I'll
that,
put money on taco support.
Taco support.
I put my money on them. But
That's where it's at.
but if it does go Demolition Man, I will guarantee you that you and I will be playing. What was Stallone's character's name? Damn it, I can't remember now.
John, shit. Let's Google it.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't John Shit.
No.
Although
Remember the
that
3C
would have
show?
made yeah, that would have made for an awesome screen name
Murder,
though.
Death, Kill.
John Spartan. John Spartan.
John Spartan
Yeah, and I'll never forget
and
Simon Phoenix.
Simon Phoenix.
Yes, but you and I will be the John Spartans, and Bobby Phipps is going to be Simon Phoenix.
Oh, yes, we're gonna take him down.
Yep, we're going to freeze him and shatter him, and then walk away hand in hand with Sandra Bullock and figure out the whole three seashells thing. So,
Deal.
done.
Deal.
Done. We are
Fuck
the.
you, Bob Phibbs.
That's right. Fuck you, retail doctor, air quotes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jesus.
I could never reach that level of pretentiousness to not have a PhD but call myself doctor. I mean,
Doctor.
for
Yeah.
Christ's sake, I'm a ranty bastard. That's good enough.
Well, apparently, I mean, he's saved plenty plenty of store from, the big bad conglomerate. He saved that, you know, nameless coffee shop
Oh yeah.
from, disappearing when, the big bad Starbucks opened up, 2 blocks away.
Oh, he's a
And,
hero.
you even got that other coffee shop on that one TV show that was on premium cable. Just,
Well,
jeez.
you can watch all the premium cable you want when you got that luxury lifestyle of Bobby Phibbs.
Oh, yeah. Having coffee in front of that. You guys check out his Instagram. Just do it. We're not even sure. It's probably the retail doc.
Yeah, it's going to be something unoriginal and horrible. Well, I think we've pretty much destroyed Bob. Uh, we did achieve block status, both of us, along with a couple other followers. So congratulations. And just he makes me sick. And we had to do it. We had to tear him up. Had to do it.
Yes.
Yes.
I vote that all of the listeners, if they've got a Twitter, go find Bob Phibbs I think it's at the Retail Doctor. Or you know what? Even if you don't have a Twitter, just make one and just shame the hell out of him. See how many people we can get to get blocked by
Yes.
this
This
cockwombler.
this will be one where the ranty bastard will fully endorse really bad things being sent to him. Not like, plague and pestilence, but, maybe
I don't know.
somebody shoveling snow bent over with no underpants on. That would be suitable.
I think that would be good, but well, plague and pestilence doesn't necessarily mean death. So I would like him to be very uncomfortable for a while, just like a lot of retail workers are when they're working for less money that they're worth.
Or when they get
And
done
having
reading this fantastic list. Ugh.
Uh,
Ugh.
yeah, don't eat anything before you read the list because you're just gonna end up vomiting.
Yeah, yeah. Do applesauce if you must eat before you go 1 through 50.
Yes.
Because at least it'll taste the same coming back up. So,
Uh,
but
it's true, and a little easier.
yeah, no chunks, folks. So that's gonna bring it to a close, and of course we sign the show off the same every week. And so let's just say if you happen to catch Bob at one of his big bookings at, I don't know, maybe your local IHOP, as he gives, spews his inspirational retail speak, aka horse shit. Before you go grab that, fairly dull butter knife that they give you, and kind of just run up and shank them a couple times, like you're, a member, you're a part of the cast on The Wire. I'm gonna have
Remember
to
to go for the kidneys.
That's right. Make it count because you're gonna do time. So don't actually do this, but if you do decide to do it, there's one rule that you must abide by, and Amanda, if you would.
Wear somebody else's name tag.